Hello there and a pleasant welcome to the National News File for today here on Star Television Network on Channel 21 with me, Hassan Kuruma. First the headline. CUMT becomes fully fledged university, officially inaugurated as a private university in Sierra Leone.
I want to thank you for entrusting us, for giving us the opportunity to provide quality access education to the people of Sierra Leone.
Save the Children commences national kickoff on the Foundation project, strengthening adolescent girls' sexual and reproductive health and rights in Sierra Leone.
The way children are treated in the world, and specifically in a positive way so that they grow in a good way and they fulfill their full potential.
The Mitsmara Technical University signs MOU with the Ministry of Agriculture to strengthen middle-level manpower.
We need to really do the practical aspects rather than just talking about theory.
And in sport, Daniel Francis, one of the youngest players drafted in national team Leo Star in the January 2022 AFCON in Cameroon, has won the Bradford Sport Award 2022 in the United Kingdom. All these stories plus more land for you in today's edition of the Star National News. Those are the headlines, and now for the news in details with me, Hassan Kuruma. The then Canadian College, now Canadian University of Modern Technology, has officially been inaugurated as a private institution of higher learning in Sierra Leone. The proprietor and founder Muxin Tisse Sr. installed as the university's chancellor. The inauguration ceremony, which attracted different private and public officials from various ministry departments and agencies across the country, was held at the campus Eddyfield in my 91 Poly district. Let's have more in this report.
What you see is clearly not an exhibition of a church choir doing service, but it is a conglomeration of the Jubilant Choir as the newly transformed Canadian University of Modern Technology puts in a show of celebration through singing. Since its formation, almost 8 years old now, the university gathers prominent personalities, including top government officials, here at Mile 91 to grace the auspicious event of the inauguration of their Chancellor and Vice-Chancellor. Making a statement during the induction ceremony, the Deputy Minister of Technical and Higher Education, Sajo Aziz Kamara, outrightly underscores the unending strides of the Chief Executive Officer of CUMT for his relentless efforts throughout this journey. On his part, the newly inducted Vice-Chancellor of the Canadian University of Modern Technology, Professor Alison A. Cisse, said it is an honor to be appointed as the first Vice-Chancellor of the university, a place which he described as a small but beautiful center of excellence with a laudable mission to offer comprehensive, career-oriented and training opportunities to support and enhance the economic and social development of individuals in Sierra Leone.
Offer a comprehensive career-oriented education and training opportunities to support and enhance the economic and social development of individuals in Sierra Leone. That's a tall order. Our technologies, including an e-library, where students can access thousands of up-to-date educational resources from top universities and institutions from around the world, highly technologically enhanced method of delivery of instruction, including Google Classroom, OpenSys, monitoring of lecturers' attendance, students' ability to access their grades from anywhere in the country and across the globe where there's internet facility, production of a student's transcript in a matter of minutes, a task which may take a whole lot longer at other places. Among the many facilities which make this university different from other higher education institutions in the country. Also importantly, we have the enabling facilities like a reliable supply of water and electricity to support a conducive living and learning environment.
From his facial expression, one could sense a fleet of joy, anxiety, and a sense of reminiscing the journey that brought the existing development to this day. The newly inducted Chancellor of the Canadian University of Modern Technology, Moxin Cisse Sr., extends his profound thanks and appreciation to all who made this dream a reality, but however, called on all stakeholders, staff and students to ensure that the institution continue to adhere to the vision of an educational institution that employs the most modern technology which attracts students, not just from Sierra Leone, but also across the continent.
Deeply honored to stand before you to address you in this inauguration. It's such a blessing to be here with so many dedicated supporters, partners, and members of the academic community. I am humbled by your willingness to embark with us in this journey. One that is focused, nothing less than writing the next chapter of our great nation's history. Thank you, Jalai University, for providing mentorship, guidance, and your help in developing our academic programs. I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for continued support of the Canadian University of Modern Technology. TEC, I want to thank you for entrusting us, for giving us the opportunity to provide quality access education to the people of Sierra Leone. Let me assure you that we shall make you proud by making this place a cathedral to learning, opportunity, and upward mobility. I have many people to thank today here for seeing us as a choice for academic excellence. I thank you for entrusting your future in us. I want to thank you. So my friend, Philip Neville, who at the time, I came to this country, I died in the street. I was sick when I was pursuing this project. I lay down the street dying. He sent a whole troop. He said, go take him and save him. I went to the hospital. How I went there, I came out, I didn't know. Ever since, you hear Canadian University, Canadian College, I never paid a single dime on this TV station, radio. Mr. Philip Neville, I want to thank you for being there as a true friend for all this while.
Delivering his keynote address, Abdurrahman Cisse lauded administrators for joining the club of universities, but he also prepared their mind for future challenges, especially with funding to upkeep their present status.
I would like to state categorically that you are not alone. You've joined the club of universities in this country. And there are many challenges in the first place. I would like to take this opportunity also to thank the government and the Ministry of Education, especially the basic education, for the free quality education. And we have seen the results. We have seen massification of our institutions. We have seen the enrollment across all institutions in this country has greatly increased. And so it is not an easy task, to get on board all of these new entrants into the university. So having Canadian University on board, I think is a welcome idea to absorb all these new graduates into our university.
Tamba Stephen Komba, a third-year student at the Mass Communications Department, expressed how delightful he is seeing such a growth as a present student.
Basically, if you look at the trend at which the world is moving at today, and there is no way you could develop a country without a technology. And basically, technology basically means that we are up to the task. We have the facilities. If you can move around, you can see the e-library, the electronics library, the other facilities. It means a lot, basically. And technology basically means that we have the types of softwares, the computers, and so on, which means that we can even take classes without, we can take online classes, we can, let's say, for example, we have the Google Classroom, wherein students could access their grades even without coming to classes, without using the hard.
The Canadian University of Modern Technology is an independent non-profit education institution registered in 2014 with its distinct mission to providing the comprehensive education through various programs offered like computer science, mass communication, accounting and finance, business administration, and agriculture. For Star TV News in Mile 91, Hassan Koroma reporting.
Save the Children International NGO has on Thursday 31st of March commenced a national kickoff on the foundation project Strengthening Adolescent Girls' Sexual and Reproductive Health and Rights in Sierra Leone, a 6-year project from 2021 to 2027, funded by Global Affairs Canada and will be implemented in 3 countries, Sierra Leone, Mali, and Niger. The unveiling ceremony was held at Atlantic Lumley Hotel in Freetown.
Strengthening Adolescent Girls' Reproductive Health is a 6-year project that commenced from the 1st April 2020 to the 31st March 2026. The program is funded by Global Affairs Canada in Sierra Leone, Mali, and Niger to ultimately increase decision-making by in-school adolescent girls on their sexual reproductive health and rights and the use of sexual reproductive health services. Making a statement, the country director for Save the Children Canada, Patrick Analo, noted that this is the highest adolescent health program ever implemented by Save the Children, with the objective of directly targeting adolescents with specific criteria gap areas, including sexual reproductive health service, as well as to train adolescent girls and boys aged 10 to 19 in school and community spaces on positive gender norms, life skills, and sexual reproductive health using gender response and age-appropriate curriculum.
It is one of the milestones for the project, and therefore that is why it is critical for us as a consortium who have agreed to implement this project in Sierra Leone amongst the 3 other countries that have been mentioned, 2 other countries that have been mentioned by my colleagues. As Save the Children, our main mission as an organization is to influence the way children are treated in the world, and specifically in a positive way so that they grow in a good way and they fulfill their full potential. So that is our mission as Save the Children.
Adam Lawyer, first Health Secretary at the High Commission of Canada in Ghana, intimated that the project targets 40 communities across 15 chiefdoms in Kailahun District and implemented by a consortium of development partners, Save the Children, International Rescue Committee, and Planned Parenthood Association in Sierra Leone, all as stakeholders in promoting sexual reproductive health and empowerment for adolescents in the country.
Launched in 2017, the policy focuses on achieving gender equality and empowerment of women and girls as a core or even umbrella action area. And it chapeaus, let's say, our 5 other areas for action. Human dignity. Human dignity covers health, education, and humanitarian action, so the Foundations project fits firmly in this action area. Another is growth that works for everyone, environment and climate change, inclusive governance, and peace and security. Canada strongly supports the comprehensive inclusion of gender equality and the empowerment of all women and girls in the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. We are committed to working in all contexts, including fragile and humanitarian situations, to advance gender equality and ensure that women and girls can participate and benefit from the development process and the progress made.
The Deputy Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, Emily Gogra, reiterated that knowing about the project, she was thrilled as Save the Children and the consortium has been a partner to the Ministry of Education.
Coming to know about this project, I was thrilled again because Save the Children and the consortium they are formed are common partners in the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education. As a ministry, we have been partnering and collaborating well. So with this project, I just want to renew our commitment on behalf of the minister and the staff of the ministry that will continue to work with you. We'll continue to commit ourselves for the lives of our children, for their survival, for their protection, and for their education. That is why we have instituted the radical inclusion policy. We are not going to leave anyone behind. With that, we backed it up with a civic education book. These books have been rolled out in the schools to help our children to know their rights, to protect their environment.
Reporting for Star News, compiled by Ahmed Jones Kamara, read in the studio by Hassanatu Kamara.
The Minnesota University has signed an MOU with the Ministry of Agriculture at the ministry's conference room, New Building in Freetown. The MOU between the two institutions is to address the middle-level manpower within the ministry and the country as a whole by providing technical skills to all Sierra Leoneans. George Nelson reports.
The Mills Magai Technical University has on Tuesday, 29th March 2022, signed a Memorandum of Understanding MOU with the Ministry of Agriculture as a way to help train their students with practical skills. The signing ceremony took place at the ministry's conference room, New Building, Freetown. The Vice Chancellor and Principal of the Mills Magai Technical University, Professor Dr. Philip John Kano, said he is very delighted for the signing of the MOU. He further that, as a new technical university, they want to take the lead in the area of the middleman level power and also the human capital development, as they want to train people who will not go out to look for a job, but people who could be a job creators.
When we took up office, we noticed that all of these things are no more there. But we are happy this MOU will be able to make our lecturers, we have good lecturers. The head of department, the other lecturers, but most times, these people, we need to expose them. Agriculture will have research work. The things that we are looking at, we think we need to really do the practical aspects rather than just talking about theory. You have other partners like FAO, WFP. These are organizations that if they are coming with research work, our minister will want to assure you, our students, our staff are ready to learn, because we will not say we know it. We will learn from you, because you are doing the practical things.
The Minister of Agriculture, Forestry and Food Security, Dr. Abubakar Karim, thanked and congratulated Professor Dr. Philip John Kanu for all his hard work and for turning around the college into a technical university. He also stated that there's ministry. These are some of the collaborations they want to be part of. As for so long, Sierra Leone has been lacking the middleman level power and also the skills to operate some of the agricultural equipment. And with the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding between the Ministry and the Miltimagai, that will allow students to improve on their skills, which in turn will give the country more people who are skillful to operate, rather than hiring people from other countries to do the basic jobs that Sierra Leoneans, which he believes, can do.
And one of the key things we've done as a ministry was looked at policy shift, where we have decided to engage the private sector, but at the same time, if we are to succeed in food production, we need to put more lowland under cultivation through the use of mechanization. And that brings us to the question that even with the machines that we are going to be using, our middle level manpower capacity has been very low over the years. And this is where institutions, learning institutions, play a bigger role in terms of ensuring that we provide those middle level manpower, which are really the drivers, particularly or the backbone of most economies, contrary to what people might think. And in order for that to happen, there has to be some collaboration between colleagues, the implementing entity and call it the preparatory entity, which will be the institutions. And I think for me, when I started conversation with my brother, the principal, Dr. Kanu, it was very clear that if we are to be able to make most of our minimum manpower level, then we need this sort of collaboration so that we could be able to produce as many engineers or as many people as possible that can actually come in and support the ministry by extension.
The Acting Director General at the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, Mohammed Ajuba Sharif, also commended the university for their new status and promised that the ministry will do all its best to see that students will be able to gain from their partnership. He further that if any country wants to develop, they have to pay attention on the middleman level power, which he says skills development training program should be conducted for young people in the country. And Miltimagai Technical University are on the right path to solve the long-standing problems in the country.
The last time the Ministry of Education came here, that they have given us the authority to be collaborating. Yes, to be doing exchange services with the universities, the institutions. So you did not make any mistake. And I want to commend you with this MOU, that you are coming from the back, but now you are taking the lead. We have a very old MOU with Yala University, a case in point. Now we are trying to review the MOU, but then we started to formulate a new MOU, and now we are here to sign the new MOU. So thank you very much.
The program was climaxed with the official signing and exchange of documents. For Star News in Freetown, George Elliott Sam reporting.
You're still watching the National News 5 here on Star Television Network on Channel 21 with me, Hassan Kouma. The Ajama Makaba Foundation has launched a computer training center in Waterloo that is aimed at empowering young people to become information technology literate and self-reliant in the country. And the best man files in this report.
When speaking at the launching ceremony, the Chief Executive Officer of the organization, Alhaji Suleiman Fofana, said the launch of the center is to help capacitate young people in the district to be trained in computer skills and become computer literate, so as to be self-empowered and, by logical extension, impact development in their district and the country as a whole. He further encouraged students to pay more attention on their studies, adding that he has more plans to introduce innovative courses so as to improve the lives of young people in the Western Area Rural District.
The essence of the establishment of the foundation is in memory of our late parents, and in doing so we established the foundation in order for us to be able to provide services for vulnerable women, children and youth. So the focus of the foundation is changing lives, building nation. Part of our program in building nation, for example, we deal with young people, children and women. So part of our youth empowerment program, we established in the foundation a skills acquisition program. Like today, we are launching a 200 scholarship for young people as part of our youth empowerment and skills acquisition program. And within the 200 targeted program for these activities, we are targeting 120 female and 80 male, which we formally launched today, and the training program will start effectively Monday for the empowerment of young people with ICT skills.
One of the students offering computer studies, Mariatu Sorina Tukuruma, thanked the Chief Executive Officer of the organization for the establishment of the Computer Training Center for young people of the district to acquire quality computer training, which she said is in current demand in the job market.
He appreciates me. All over your day, your life. Celebrate me. All over your day, your life. Not be say when you live this life, you go the fake come from my back. Appreciate me. All over your day, your life. Celebrate me. All over your day, your life. Not be say when you live this life, you go the fake come from my back. My main motive for the year today, I for tell we CEO Alhaji Suleiman Fofana, tell him thank you, we appreciate him because the initiative we don't count for we as the women and youth and children. We tell him boku thank you because of one, if they seek for this, not to say we all they so one for land, but we not get the means. We think out for land, but we not get the means out for land. But due to the count this initiative, we appreciate and we tell them boku thank you and pray that God will bless and give them many more years to come and bless the family generation yet unborn.
The launching of the Aja Mariama Kaba Foundation Computer Training Center has the potential to transform the lives of many young people in the district and the country as a whole, as information technology is the vogue in the world. Andrew Bestman reporting.
And in sport, Daniel Francis, one of the youngest players drafted in the national team, Leon Stars, in the last AFCON in Cameroon, has won the Bradford Sports Award 2022 in the United Kingdom. Here is more on that sports story.
In January 2020, Daniel Francis was starring for Bradford City's youth team in the fourth round of the FA Youth Cup against Chelsea. Just 2 years later, he was part of a squad lining up against Riyad Mahrez and Wilfried Zaha at the African Cup of Nations in Cameroon, qualifying for Saloon thanks to his father. The young star, who now plays in Germany, didn't manage to make it onto the pitch at AFCON 2021, but with the next tournament just 2 years away, it's an experience that's sure to stand him in good stead. He is a winner of Bradford Sports Award 2022.
It's Daniel here. I am in Germany playing for Ireland, just getting ready for our next match. And yeah, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to everyone who nominated me for the award. It's a great honour to receive it. And yeah, it's been a good year for me, playing football regularly here in Germany, but also becoming an international player and going to the African Cup of Nations. And that was a great experience as well, seeing all these players you see on TV and then being in amongst that. Yeah, great feeling. But yeah, I still am a Bradfordian. I'm a Bradford lad, and yeah, I miss Bradford as well. I've got great memories of playing for Bradford City. So yeah, I can't wait to be back with you guys. But till then, thank you very much for the award again, and good luck to all the other finalists. Thank you.
Come on, Sierra Leone. Come on.
The This is all we have time for today's edition of the Star National News here on Star Television Network on Channel 21 with me, Hassan Koroma. Thanks for watching and stay with us for the best.